Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome to ChatGPT for Skills and Workforce Development Professionals. We are so excited to have you here today for our webinar. Thank you for joining us. In a few minutes, I will be handing it over to our wonderful expert, Danny Mirza, for his presentation. In the meantime, I invite you all to please introduce yourselves in the chat by typing your name and where you are joining us from today. My name is Prama, and I'm a Knowledge Mobilization Specialist at Research Impact Canada, housed at York University. It's nice to meet you all. Great, I see some great responses in the chat. Lovely to see where everyone's joining us today from. Yeah, welcome. Thank you. We're so glad you're able to join us today. So here's an overview of our agenda for today. So while you're introducing yourselves, next I will go through some housekeeping items that I'd like to bring your attention to. I'll then pass it over to Danny for his presentation on ChatGPT. We'll have some time for Q&As. And then finally, I'll inform you of our upcoming activities. We've got another exciting event coming up soon, and we'll let you know how you can sign up for that. I'd like to highlight some housekeeping items for our session today. So we invite you to chat with us by typing your questions and comments in the Zoom chat box throughout the session. Closed captioning is available, and you can enable it by clicking the CC icon at the bottom of your screen. This webinar will be recorded and shared with you after the presentation. Finally, simultaneous interpretation in French is available for today's session. So if you'd like to participate in French, you can click on the globe icon at the bottom of your screen and select your preferred language. As we're not all gathered in the same space, we recognize that this land acknowledgement might not be for the territory that you're currently on. We ask that if this is the case, to acknowledge in the chat box the traditional territory that you're on and the current treaty holders. As for us here at RIC, led by York University, we recognize our presence on the area known as Toronto, which has been taken care of by the Anishinaabe Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Huron-Wendat, and the Métis. We also acknowledge the current treaty holders, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. This territory is subject to the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement to peaceably share and care for the Great Lakes region. So as I mentioned earlier, our speaker today is Danny Mirza. Danny is the lead career consultant at Coventry University and has extensive experience as a career development professional in the higher education sector in the UK. Danny's known for his expertise in careers branding, marketing, and engagement through innovative technologies such as generative AI. And I will let Danny introduce himself further. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to you, Danny.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Prama. Thank you very much for that lovely introduction. Hopefully everyone can hear me fine. And sadly, I have to hold this in my hand so that you guys can hear me fine throughout the presentation, though I speak very loud anyway. So welcome to everyone from this evening from London. I'm in London right now, London, UK, and it's very gloomy out there. So thank you for showing up. Without spending more time, I will just share my screen to show you my slides, and then definitely I will introduce myself. Let me share my screen. Perfect. Share sound.
No.
Perfect. Can I get a visual nod from Prama and Co that they can see? Lovely. Perfecto. Let's do this. Let me go into full screen, present.
I'm trying to now.
Perfect. Yep, we are into full screen. Welcome everyone for joining me today. For all the 300 plus people, such a nice number to see.
Speaker.
And so the topic for today is ChatGPT, which is a large language model, and it's used for skills and workforce development professionals. slash we call them careers professionals in the UK. Such a fancy name. I'm so jealous that you guys have such a nice name for careers people in Canada. So it's a live demo of ChatGPT predominantly, but there'll be a bit of Bing and Claude in there because it becomes part of the workflow that we work on. All the pictures shown in the whole slide deck are AI generated as well. Lovely. So I am Danny Mirza. I'm the lead consultant for the talent team. Talent basically means careers team for the Coventry University in London. I have 4 to 5 years experience of careers and employability, which is skills and workforce development. And I've worked with all sorts of clients, from mature students to fresh students to graduates to alumni, everyone you can count. And over the past year, I've been using generative AI in every aspect of my job, whether it's with clients or my own workflow, everywhere. So today's agenda would be around what is generative AI, a bit on what it basically means, and how to prompt. Because I do not know where you stand with ChatGPT right now, but a lot of people really do not know how to talk to these large language models. And I'll talk about the use case, your job, my job, our clients. How do we use it with our clients? And I'll share some client feedback and the future. Where are we heading? So let's get down to business. So, what is generative AI? A lot of people come down to me and ask, Danny, do you know what generative AI is? It could be anything. And do you really know what goes into this? I'm like, I know what I need to know from a user perspective. I say, do you use Google? They said, yes, every day. Do you know how Google actually operates, like the background things? They're like, no, we just know it's a search engine and we use it. Do you know how smartphones are made? No, but we use it. Similarly, when it comes down to generative AI, this is just another new technology or a gadget which makes your life easier, but you do not necessarily have to get down to the bottom of how it operates and how all the evil things behind it, if they are, which I highly disagree with. So let's see this. So I have a few guests here. So I have Bella, Elliot, and Grant here who can help us to understand generative AI in a bit more depth. So, Bella, over to you. What is generative artificial intelligence?
Hi, Danny, and hello to everyone here today. Why not, Danny? I love talking about generative AI. Generative AI is a type of AI system that can create new content, such as text, images, videos, or audio, by learning from existing data. Even I am an AI-generated avatar, and I am not that confident in public speaking, but I tried my best to come and meet you all today.
Thank you very much, Bella. And I'm sure your skills are amazing, and everyone would agree with that. And Bella is also an AI-generated avatar. So generative artificial intelligence, simple. It's part of an AI family where you go and ask, can you make something up? And that make something up is not from thin air. It's based on data which it is trained on, and that is human created data. So it would create text, images, videos, audios, whatever you'll ask. Chat GPT, what is that? That is a large language model. It gives you text. So when it gives you text, Elliot, please tell us what a large language model is.
Hey Danny, hello to everyone. Thanks for inviting me today, so I will briefly explain what LLM is. LLMs are large language models that are trained on huge amounts of text and can predict the next word in a sentence based on the context. Imagine a Google that can talk and chat with you rather than giving you thousands of links.
Yes.
And yes, I used to hate spending hours on going through those links. Don't you too?
Exactly. And I used to use Google every day. The problem is it gives you search engine optimized links. And I actually had to open every single link, billions of tabs. Remember that life? A lot of you would still be living that life, I guess. Now that life has gone for me. I do still have a lot of tabs open, but all those tabs are AI tools. But those thousands of links, imagine what a large language model does is, imagine there's a room which has the knowledge of the whole world, and you send Google in it. Google will go and come back with thousands of files, and they'll be like, There you go, you read them. But what a large language model would do is it would go into the same room where the knowledge of the world is, but it would come back with something very, very precise. So that is the difference between a search engine and a large language model. And ChatGPT is one of those examples. Over to you.
Thanks, Danny. Hello, everyone. I am an experienced AI careers consultant who has been working with Bella and Elliot over the last couple of weeks on how to embed ChatGPT in my practice. So I will explain what it is. ChatGPT is a free chatbot developed by OpenAI that uses a generative AI model to generate answers to almost any question it is asked. And yes, there was a learning curve for me, but if I can embed AI into my career's interventions, you all can do that surely. Can't they, Danny?
For sure. But I do disagree with what you said, Thomas, around a learning curve. Come on, guys. Do you know how to type? I guess you know because you typed your names and places where you guys were from. So as long as you know how to type, you know how to use large language models, and you should know how to use ChatGPT. There is no learning curve. Yes, there are techniques which we'll talk about today, but learning curve? Nah, I don't agree with that. And this is generative AI for you. If somebody still is like Danny, I still don't trust the technology, I need to know more about it. So there's a link on the side. I'll share the slides with a lovely Prama, and I guess you guys might get the slides. There's a link which is about 18 pages long, and if you want to read that, go on. And then you could be even more I would have more information on generative AI. So that's about this. And perfect, the timeline. The last year has been amazing. From November 22, the GPT 3.5 came out, beat TikTok to the highest number of users in 2 days. ChatGPT Plus came in, and then in March 23, GPT-4 came in, and then browser access. People said, oh, it doesn't have access to the internet, it's obsolete, it's so old. They solved the problem. Then in June, MS Copilot. So if there is anyone in the room who thinks it's still a fad, this will go away, think again, because Microsoft is the biggest investor in this technology, and they have embedded MS Copilot, GPT-4 technology within all of their apps, MS 365 applications, Outlook, all these applications that you use, MS Word, PowerPoint, Excel, right? I don't know how to use Excel, still don't. Those things, right? It's there now. It's here to stay. And since September 23, so many players are in this sector. So I think us as skills and workforce development extraordinaires, we should know how to use AI for our own jobs and with our clients. Now, basically, just to make a case for you, AI is everywhere. Amazing work has been done by McKinsey on this. AI adoption rates have been on ever increasing trend. 2023 is 75% more companies adopting AI in their workforces. So people you are helping, the companies they are going into, they are using AI right now. Investment, as you know, when people go in these things, investment numbers goes up, and there's a lot of investment on AI platform this year. Hence, definitely not a fad. And cost savings, a lot of people think it will take away my job. No, it doesn't. It wouldn't, because what it would do is, yes, it would create cost savings for organizations by making you more effective and more efficient in your job rather than taking your job away. And there's opportunity for revenue gain as well. So around $15 trillion would be earned. Again, figure given by McKinsey. I think it would be much, much more. And for our clients, for students, if you help students, if you help clients, there is a 70% increase in demand for AI talent since 2018. And this number, 300,000, is a number of AI researchers they're looking for. Imagine then how many people, or workforce, they would be looking with just the know-how of AI. Imagine somebody who just has the know-how of AI and how to use it in an everyday work scenario. How big that number would be. If they need 300,000 researchers, it means they want to work on this. Imagine how many students with the know-how of AI, how many people who want to get jobs, who should know AI when they go into jobs. That number would be huge. So that's where the demand is. So what are our options? I don't know how many of you are one of these, which is an AI utopian, that you in the future won't be doing any work and AI will listen to you and AI will do everything for you and you'll just sit on your sofa and have fun. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So don't be like that. Don't be the AI doom and gloomer, please. Please don't. And like, this will take away our jobs, or take over all over the world and Terminator 4 or 5, those kind of scenarios. No. You could be this AI realist. Use AI. See the clear upsides, see the clear downsides, and incorporate it in your workflow. Let's be, after today's session, let's bow each other and say, let's be AI realists from today onwards. And you guys could and would surely be AI realists after this session. And the reason we are here, as I've seen a lot of job descriptions and all the responsibilities and jobs that you guys do within your domains. You guys have these limitations. I have them too. Responsibilities. I need to talk to my lovely students, but I am bogged down with so much admin work, paperwork, report writing all the time. And then scale. I want to see every single client. I want to see everyone. I can't. I only have so many hours in the day. And specialism. I know business. I know a few fields. Once I got a student doing midwifery, doing medical science, and I was like, okay, I need to help this student with some skills development and careers work. Took me some time to get myself acquainted with the technology, but with AI, all of these problems can be solved and we will be empowered. Now, please, I want you guys to help me with some information here. So where do you stand with ChatGPT? If you could scan the code with your lovely phones, or you could just go to menti.com and use the code and just let me know where do you stand with ChatGPT, because that would tell me what to do next. Over to you. I'll give you 1 minute. So the Canva is so fancy. I love Canva. Ta-da. This page will self-destruct in 50 seconds. Lovely. Let's see where the room stands. And just so you know, if you have any questions, keep on asking the question through the Q&A or put them in the chat. I guess Prama and our lovely people from RIC, RIC, whatever, is noting down all those questions, and so that they can ask me at the end or whenever. So 20 more seconds, and hopefully the reason I give it 1 minute is, technology can fail anyone. So you have 1 minute to keep on trying and make this happen. And if all 299 of you would do this, it'll be amazing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish. Lovely. Let's see the results. I love Canva for this. Ta-da. Lovely. Such a nice mix. And you have made my job even difficult because you have divided it really nicely among all these numbers. So 28% of you are aware, have not used it. Lovely. So I will cater you guys as well. Aware, have used it a few times. Amazing. Aware, use it often. Come on, guys. High five for all of you. And you could contribute to this session for sure. And that we have 1% of anti-AIs. 1% of 300 is how much? How much? 30? No, not 30. Come on, that would be 10%. 3 people. Lovely. My math is so bad. I need AI for my maths as well. So lovely, good mix. And hopefully all of us, the 35% and me, can convert that 1% into the other sides, which would be aware and use it often, or people who are excited to use it. So thank you for this. Lovely. And you will see 3 things here on the slide right now. You'll be like, I'm here for ChatGPT. Yes, we'll cover ChatGPT. That is what would be covered. But the technology behind ChatGPT is shared by Bing AI. They use the same large language model, which is GPT technology, for this purpose, for their own Bing chat. And I would quickly, very surely touch on Claude as well for some equity reasons, because people who do not actually want to pay for the plus version of ChatGPT, there is one function they can use on Claude, which is paid for in ChatGPT. So that's why. Lovely. People who haven't used it, quickly I'll show you the platform. This is how it looks like. Just to balance it out, this is how the platform looks like. And there is no learning curve. This is, you just make an account in it and you can select ChatGPT 3.5, which is the free version, and you just can type a hello, I am Danny, I am doing a workshop, motivate me, and hopefully inspire, spelling mistakes, motivate me. There you go. Hello, Danny. It's great to hear you. Share your knowledge, inspires others, make a difference, connect and network, personal growth, and all of these things. And lovely. And just so you know, I need to confirm something. Can you guys see ChatGPT right now? Or are you still seeing the slides? Yeah, I can see a nod. You can see the slide. You can see ChatGPT. Yeah, perfect. You can see ChatGPT. So thank you very much for the nod. I want to thank you. And the perfecto, so you guys can see this. There you go. So this is the platform, and on the left side, all the chats that you've ever had will be here. So you'll never lose what you do, which is the best part about ChatGPT. A very important question which people normally ask, data protection and privacy and all those things. So if you are concerned that my amazing data should not become part of the training data, go to data controls from the setting and you can turn off chat history and training. Then all your data remains in your chat threads only for 30 days for your use, does not become part of the training data. So you could do that. Perfect. So that is solved, privacy issues. And this is how this is. You start a new chat by just clicking this. Perfecto. Let's go back to the slides. And now Bing AI, if you click this link, this takes you to Bing AI. Bing AI is embedded within your Edge browsers. Edge browsers, let me repeat that. Not the browser I would normally use, but now I use it because of this. Though you could use Bing Chat in Google Chrome and all the other browsers that you guys use as well. If you want to use the best version of ChatGPT and you don't want to pay for it, you can just come to Bing Chat and click more creative from the conversation style, and that is GPT-4 for free, just so you know. And let me just do that here. So let me hopefully the Microsoft. Hello, can you hear me? Lovely, yes it does. Perfect. So you could stop. It kept on listening to me. So if you are tired and you do not want to type, you could actually chat with it and it would reply back in audio as well.
Hello, I can hear you. I'm Bing, a chat mode of Microsoft Bing. I can help you with various tasks, such as searching the web, creating graphic art, and generating creative content. Your message matches some web search results that I found. Here are some possible meanings of your message. It could be a part of the lyrics of a song by Alan Walker
No,
called
you
The
just
Spectre.
overheard me. I didn't mean to say that to you, Bing. So there you go. You could just chat to it, and the possibilities are endless. And so that's ChatGPT. That's Bing AI for you. And one of the last things I quickly want to show is Claude. And the rest of the session is all ChatGPT. If you want to upload files, like if you have an Excel file, you have a PDF document, you have books, you have anything you want to upload and you want large language models to get information from it, Claude offers that for free. Claude takes documents and PDFs and Excel files for free. So Claude 2, I repeat, Claude 2 can do that for free. So if you don't want to pay for the paid version of ChatGPT. So you could do that because I want to keep everyone involved. So you don't have to pay for the paid version of ChatGPT. You could access it, all of the benefits in all these free ways that I've shown you, which is ChatGPT itself. Then you have Bing, and then you have Claude, and that's why I was showing Claude. Lovely. Let's go back to the presentation. Lovely, and I think I'm still full screen. Coolio. Yes, now I am. Perfect. How to prompt? Very, very important. A lot of people actually do not know how to use large language models because they are still stuck in their Googling lingo. So tell me more about it, Arya.
Thanks for inviting me, Danny. Trust me, it's been months since ChatGPT is out, and people have not moved on from their Googling lingo. ChatGPT is a very advanced large language model. Chat with it, like you would with a person, have a dialogue, do role plays, etc. Please don't just ask, what is this?
What is that?
What is that? How to do this? These are just very basic questions.
I know they are very basic questions, so you should know how to prompt it. And a strategy that I've made is called the clear strategy. And we would do a live demo of this right now. And usually I take people from the room to help me, but we are 300 of them, so I'll try to do it myself. But you could still contribute. The strategy is this, clear. ChatGPT needs context. The problem is if you say, what is this? How to do this? It would give you very, very generic, basic answers. And you'd be like, I knew that. What's special about it? How to write a CV maybe, how to find jobs or whatever. What is the strategy to do this? How to write a cover letter, how to do this. If you are just doing how to, what kind of questions, very generic. It doesn't know who is using it. Give some more information about the user. Don't we do that when we talk to clients, right? We ask them about their background. We have their CV in front of us and we talk to them, right? Please give that much respect to ChatGPT and large language models. Give it context. If you are using it, who are you? Let's take my example. I'm a careers consultant for a university and blah, blah, blah. I have won these awards. I have this background. I have a degree in this. Give it information about how it needs to act like, please, context. Then limit. Limit is exactly what you want it to do. If you keep it very, very broad, it will give you broad answers. Try now, be very specific with it and say, I need this from you. Just make it clear and say, this is your limit. Do not go anywhere else. Elaborate. My favorite part of my method. A lot of you would say, ChatGPT, large language models, it's cheating. It's cheating, or whatever the output would be. It's not something I've written. Can I use it? I feel guilty of using it. Elaborate is that part of the prompt where you give it what you know about the topic, what you want it to do. And that's the next level thing, because this is where you tell, this is what I would normally use in this. This is normally, I would use these terms in there. This is something I would cover. This is something what my understanding tells me about this. So you give it all the lovely information that you have in your mind, right? And we pride ourselves of that we are careers people, we are skills and workforce development professionals, and we have all the information to help our client, all that intrinsic knowledge. Provide your intrinsic ideas and your creativity in elaborate. Assumptions, who is the client? So who's the client, what their background might be, and be very specific with your thing. For example, the person lives in that part of the country, the person has this background, the person's everything, demographics, psychographics, all of those things. And then redirect if you want it to do something else other than limit as well, or suggest you something else. Let's go to ChatGPT and make this happen. Let's do this. Let's do an example of this. Creating a workshop. I do not know how many of you make workshops, sessions, presentations, right? So if you want to do that with ChatGPT, let's do this. So let's go to ChatGPT. Let's start. I hope you guys can see this. Can I see another nod? See ChatGPT? Yeah, lovely. So I am a skills and workforce development professional in Canada. Again, I'm keeping it basic because I'm doing it live. I'm keeping it short. So you could go on with 5 lines of context. Now limit it. I am making a workshop on, usually I take it from the room. I could still take the room. Can you quickly, first come, first serve. Can you guys tell me what should be the topic of the workshop? Anyone in the chat or the presentation?
Social emotional skills.
Let's do that. Thank you for that. So social emotional skills for, and I'll just make it up, for university students. Let's do that for now. And you could do anything. Students, can you please be nice to AI? Can you please provide an outline for the session? Lovely. Forget about the typos, it solves that automatically for the session. Now the elaborate part. Perfect. You've given me a very difficult topic, whoever has given it to me, social emotional skills. I'll randomly add things. So in addition to what you would normally have in the workshop, I would want you to add emotional intelligence. I'm just coming up with things. I'm a business student. So I've been a business student. So emotional intelligence and importance of social emotional skills in a workplace setting. I can't see the rest of the chat because they are okay. Setting, lovely. I'll keep it to that. And you could go on. So whoever suggested that person already would know something about social emotional skills, would know maybe what to include and what's not to. You could do that here. And then assumptions. So my students are from the business school. I will do this workshop. Let's do it online, and it would be for 90 minutes. Oh, huge. And then this was assumptions. My students are from business school. You could go on, say students of business school doing MSc this, or client or mature students, or people who are looking for jobs, unemployed clients. It could be anything. And now redirection. Also provide a worksheet students can complete in the room, or an activity they can do online in the dreaded, I think the dreaded what's the rooms, chat rooms, in the groups. Lovely. I lost the word for it. Let's do this. Also provide a time division. So let's do this. Division. So within seconds, and this is the free version, there you go. I'll try to zoom it in so that you guys can absorb this. So within seconds, it has given you social emotional skills for university students, building emotional intelligence for workplace success. 90 minutes, introduction, 10 minutes, welcome and icebreaker, overviews, understanding social emotional skills, emotional intelligence, importance of social emotional skills in workplace, developing those skills, group activity, Q&A, everything is here with time divisions, worksheet activities attached as well. And what the best part is, within seconds. So imagine you start a Monday morning and you forgot that you had to do a session, and how quickly you could do this. If you were to make this without AI, it would take me at least a lot of days to come up with something like that. So now, if you think you want to add more things, you could say, can you please add this heading in between? Can you please add that? You want to exclude a heading that you don't like from here, you could do that. You want it to explore one of these headings a bit more, it can do that for you. And you could go down to the length of asking it to actually generate slide by slide division of how it should be. So can you please make me a slide wise division of this workshop, what goes on what slide? Slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. Imagine how much time you can save doing this. And usually a lot of you would ask me a question, Danny, okay, do we still have to go to obviously PowerPoint to make this? Yes, you have to, but there is a very fun way to do this as well, and you'll be surprised to see that. And I'll share that with you, so just bear with me. I'll copy paste this thing from here, obviously, and that tool is for free as well. That tool is called gamma.app, because again, the reason I'm going to Gamma right now is because it's part of the workflow, including ChatGPT. Can you guys see Gamma, this other website, the nod? Lovely. And so create new AI text transform, and I will just delete this and press paste here. And let me just do that quickly, generate, and surprise me, continue. And you will be actually surprised how quickly AI can do your work for you. And let's see. And you can see this live. This is happening in front of you. Slide by slide. It's actually writing the content for you. So I gave it very vague content, so it's trying to write the in some sort of a way. But if you give it exactly what you want on every slide, it can do that. So that gamma.app, there you go. Imagine how much time AI and these technologies can save you. And a lot of people would come back and say, oh, we use branded slides that organizations have given us. This application can help you use your own logos and stuff as well. But what I'm trying to say is this is where we are heading in terms of how technology AI can help you. And I'll close this now because it will just keep on doing that. So we have made basically a workshop within seconds, and you could ask it to write your script or anything for that matter. Let's just go back and start presenting again. And I wish I had the whole day to do this. I love doing this. Now, there's a very fun thing that I've done for you guys. So if you actually do not want to write the prompt, you'll be like, Danny, I do not want to use the clear strategy. Is there an easy way to do this? I have made a mega prompt for you, which you guys can make as well. Basically, a mega prompt is where you ask ChatGPT that I want you to act like a self-operating interface. Basically, when somebody starts chatting with you, you should just automatically start asking me questions rather than I start a chat with you. You keep on asking me questions for the output that I want. So I'll share a ChatGPT hub with you, which you can operate for free in 3.5 version. You don't need to pay for the paid version. So I'll show you. So, and this would be part of all the slides and stuff that I'll send to you. So for example, let's do this. Copy, and let's go here. So copy and paste. Perfect. Can you guys see CV and CL editing hub? Nods, lovely. So this is a mega prompt. You can use this prompt. You can tailor this prompt for your clients, your demographics, for your things. This is a CV and a cover letter mega hub. So if your client uses it, or if you want to use it with a client live, you can do it. Get started with ChatGPT. You click this, and it would ask you the first question automatically, and then you could use that. Just bear with me. Why wasn't I logged in? Just bear with me. For some odd reasons, just bear with me, and I'll use it here. Technology can fail you in a live session. Anything can happen. So I have had it here as well. Yes. So this is how it looks like. If somebody continues that chat, it would ask it a first question, which would say, so if you're using it with a client, it would say, who should I think like? Who are you? So you do not have to ask ChatGPT the first question. So it would say, also provide me with your information, your CV, copy paste those things. And you could say, I am a student. I want to change the summary section of my CV. Great. Let's work on revising the summary section. Could you please provide me with your current summary section? And you could just keep on chatting from here. It would ask you the questions. So this is one way. Either you could write the whole prompt every single time, or you could use these kind of prompts where you write the whole prompt once and ask ChatGPT, can you please act like a chatbot? And it would do that for you. And I've done these things already. And I'll share that with you guys. So that's one way to do this. And that's the hub approach. Recently, ChatGPT has launched GPTs, which is based on the same premise, but that's paid for now. So for equity reasons, you could do that for free as well. And students could make LinkedIn headlines. You could do anything with it. Now, and I've made all of these hubs available to everyone. Either you could do the mega prompts, you could do chain prompting. You're like, Danny, I don't want to write the whole clear strategy in one go. You could just do the context or the limit first, see what it replies, and then you could carry on with the clear strategy. I saw some comments around, go through the clear strategy again. The slides will be with you, very self-explanatory with examples as to how you can use it. Ask it to create different tones and encourage this. And I'll tell you, ChatGPT is amazing because large language models, when you don't like an output, inform it, please. A lot of you don't do that. I'm sure you don't do that. please inform it, because then it would know that this particular user does not like this, I would say, school of thought of thinking, or this line of thinking, or does not want any output in the future along these lines. Please inform ChatGPT. Say this was nice, this wasn't. Just like a human being. Please do that. And now the most fun part. Please use it with the code of honor. Make sure when you use it with clients, I make my students read this in the classroom and say, I will abide by this code of honor, that make sure that you would carefully proofread everything before incorporating anything into proper reports or something like that. Check for citations. ChatGPT free version doesn't give you citations. Go to Bing Chat. It's connected to the internet. It would give that, and it would help you. Claude right now might not be available in I would say in Canada, but would soon about to be launched in Canada in the coming months as well. So be at it when it's out there. And just make sure that if do not share any GDPR things or any data protected private data of our students or clients, numbers and emails and stuff in ChatGPT. So just abide by these things whenever you do this. I have used it with hundreds of clients and students all over the UK, online, in-person workshops. I've got amazing feedback from students and clients when I use it with them. So I use it in all the aspects of our jobs, from all these things, from one-to-one client scenarios to workshops, presentations, career events. And if you have a lot of admin work where you do report writing and stuff, I have used it everywhere. Talking about careers and skills in workforce development professionals, you could use for CV and cover letters. I've shown you that you could use the clear strategy to do that one by one. Interview preparation works really, really well. It helps you generate amazing questions. And Bing Chat, you can do audio chat with it, or even with ChatGPT, you could do audio chat. Imagine you could make an interview simulator with it. And my clients have done that. They have done, say, hello, I'm on a bus right now. I'm going for an interview for a finance role. I just want to practice my answers. Can you please ask me some finance related questions for this kind of a role? It would ask you those questions. You reply back in audio and it gives you a rating. So empower our clients, empower your own self for these kind of things. LinkedIn optimization and action plans. So if you work with clients and give them action plans, it can help you do that. I will share all those prompts with all of you after the session. You'll get all those prompts for all these things for free from the session, and you guys can use it live. And if you do workshops, it can help you create chat-based games as well. So I have made a career theory-based game. A lot of you would know RISEC, the RISEC career choice theory model. So if you know RISEC and it's a career choice theory model, you could be a RISEC type, and then there would be associated occupations that you would have a preference of going into. So you could make games, and I can quickly show you that in ChatGPT that I've made a zombie survival apocalypse game in ChatGPT that my students can play. Restart the game from question 1. So let's do this. So it gives you scenarios. Imagine you're doing it with students or doing it with anyone. Most probably this would be with students because you want to have fun with students, not with mature clients. So you would say you are in a zombie apocalypse survival game. Here's your first scenario. Students will just select a scenario and answer to it. So your team finds an abandoned car. It's potentially a faster mode of transportation. How would you go about using it? Somebody would say, I would try to repair the car. Somebody would say, I would do this, do that. All they need to do is select one. And I'll keep on doing that. I have 5 scenarios in this. I'll select 2 for the next one. It would give them feedback for every single scenario and say this at the end. It would say, this is your RISEC type. This chat will remain with the students whenever they use it in their own accounts. So this would empower our clients to use and have a 24/7 skills and workforce development professional access to these things that you have done with them in a classroom scenario. So it gives them those feedback every single time and remains with them. You could make games, you could do anything with, if you have a boring theory that you want to teach, you could make it fun in ChatGPT, and you could make games in there as well. And so that's something I've done. I've already shown you presentation development as to how did we do workshop plans. And then Recently, I wrote a grant application. I don't know if I could see some yeses in the chat room. Have you ever written a grant application, like funding applications for money from governments or anything to do research or something like that? How long are those applications? 10 pages, 5 pages, 6 sections, 8 sections. I recently wrote a grant application with ChatGPT and I got the grant. I did not cheat. I wrote 700 words of what I wanted to do with the grant, which is more than enough of a human being's mind to do with it. But the problem is, at times they make you fill in these forms for no reason, for administrative reasons. So it's fine if they want them. We will use AI to help us do it fast. And I wrote the whole application with it, 700 of my own words, because this is what I wanted to do with the grant. And I just put in all the questions and ChatGPT expanded on my mind's ideas, my creativity. Remember this. It's only helping me write it faster and better. Simple as that. And if you want to make handbooks, if you're like, oh, I want to help unemployed people in this sector to get jobs, I want to make a careers handbook for them, a workforce development handbook. I have amazing ideas. I do not know where to start. You could take months and months to write that handbook, but in ChatGPT, you could write that within 1 hour or 2 hours. If you have the outline in your mind, you can first of all ask it to write the outline, then you work to improve the outline with it, and then actually write the whole content of it. You have something like, I want to put something proprietary in there. You could do that as well. Train your own chat threads to do that. And I've made career things as well from here. So you could do anything. Sky's the limit with these things. And one of the last things that I will talk about today is event planning. If you want to make an event planner, you want to do branding with it. The paid version of ChatGPT allows you the branding as well. Let's quickly do this. So let's go here, start a new chat up, and I'll go to ChatGPT 4, make a logo for an event called careers masters or whatever. Careers masters, I could have done better. Careers master, it could give you ideas for logos and event. It's all about experimenting with these things. It would give you those things very, very quickly, and it would create those images for you. You could do this for free where Bing Chat allows you to do this for free as well. That's why I'm moving into Bing, Claude, and all of these things to show you free version of these things as well. So ChatGPT is generating those images for you. It takes much more time than Bing Chat, obviously. And there you go. Careers Master. And obviously not perfect, but it gives you an idea how to use it. And if you actually would ask it, can you please focus on the spellings? It would actually try to write it again. And after 1 or 2 tries, it would actually give you the right thing. If you don't want to use boring graphics for your presentations, you want to have fun with students, want to make it interactive, you could make these things. If you work with students, you could have amazing graphics in your presentations. And I always use this to make graphics, the Bing AI for free. You could do that there and then. One of the last functions I want to show you, which would empower you to the next level, which is data analysis. Let's do that here. And for example, you are here and you would upload a file. Make sure you don't upload sensitive data. This is a survey that I did with students. Upload it, and I would say, can you make me a summary of this and generate graphs as well? I do a lot of typos. ChatGPT would be hating me. And so it's analyzing my whole sheet and trying to make a summary of all the data which is available there. You could upload anything in there. And obviously, if you turn off the privacy thingy, it would not become part of the data. So privacy is sorted in that way and data is protected. So there you go. ChatGPT presents something amazing. Ta-da! It gives you descriptive statistics. There would be some researchers in the room. I recently was helping some academics do some research, some qualitative research analysis, some quantitative research analysis, SPSS, NVIVOs, all those things, services. You could do that here because either you need to know thematic analysis and all those softwares really, really well, or you could just use these things. And now it gave me basically a summary of all the data which is in that Excel sheet. And now it's trying to create those graphs for me to just use. Imagine if you have this paid version of ChatGPT, you and you wake up on a Wednesday morning, you're like, oh my God, I forgot to make this report for my manager. Now you could just do that within 5-10 minutes. And you could even ask it to generate a document file for you for all of those things. You could just at the end of the say, can you please put all of these things in a docx file, and it would generate that for you. Sky's the limit with charge. There you go. There you go. It's generating all these things and graphs for you. And if it generates all things together, can you say, please make the graphs one by one? It will give you one by one. Chat with it. Imagine this is like your buddy, the buddy who would never get angry when you ask it as many questions as you want. That's the best part about ChatGPT, that this is like an assistant to you. This is like a buddy to you. You keep on asking it to do things and it would never say no to you, and it would help you and empower you, do your jobs even better. So, and sky's the limit for these things. And you could do that. And let me do this. Can you make a docx file from this data and give me a link from this summary, master summary, give me a link. And if it ever says no to you, there would be some sort of an error. Keep on trying, it works. And I always have this disclaimer that it could say no to you, but yeah, you could still try. So it's doing that, and it would give you that link as well to download within seconds and all. So this is empowering your everyday work and admin work that you're doing, making reports, making surveys, making paperwork that you want to do. I've created a Word document and you can download it. Yes. Download the survey summary document, and I click this, download starts, and it's a Word document. And let's see, won't be very amazingly formatted, but you could ask it to format it in a fancy way, then it would make another document for you. But there you go. Survey summary, talent team engagement. It does that for you very quickly. So great starting point, isn't it? Right? That writer's block, those procrastinators that we are. I am a big procrastinator. I would say I need to do this and I keep it till the very last minute. My ADHD is to blame. But there you go. It empowers me. So this is the extent of work that you could do with ChatGPT and Bing and Claude when it comes to my lovely Canada. And let me just quickly go back and start presenting. And we're nearing the end of our presentation. And one of the things you would say, if you're still not happy with the output, and you're like, Danny, even though I've given it all the context, I want still very targeted, customized, highly tailored output to me and my clients. ChatGPT allows custom instructions. And I have made it super duper easy for you to just take this model that I've made for you, copy paste this into your custom instructions in ChatGPT, and you're sorted. I've given you these bullet points. You can see, you can just copy paste that, and it would just basically your profession, answer these questions in your custom instructions. Then for every output, it would be super tailored. Look at these things, detail level, types of questions, bias checks. You know, a lot of people say, oh, Danny, there's inherent bias in the data. Ask it not to have that bias. Next level stuff this is, because this would empower you to be highly customized, and my clients love it. They feel more confident. They are highly prepared. They feel that they have more control over their career now. They feel my one-to-one appointments are much more empowering and engaged because of ChatGPT now. People with ADHD feels it helps them. Students who feel that they were cheated by employers, where employers used to use AI to evaluate applications, now students can actually do that and help themselves save a lot of time. So client is happy, people are happy who are neurodiverse. This is a great use for neurodiverse students and clients, and it's basically empowering them to save a lot of time that they can then spend for proper human interaction that we so need. The future is AI, MS Copilot, this Bardeen, which we might cover and we will cover in the next session, which I'll do for the lovely Rick. And you could make those AI avatars, you know, those video AI avatars that you saw, the talking avatars. You could make that from Synthesia on the right bottom of the screen. And all of these things are links. One of the last things I'll share, A lot of you would say, Danny, I want an AI for a specific purpose. Is there any tool? There's a website called There's an AI for that. That's what the website is called. Just go there, type what you need, what kind of AI tool you need. It will help you. If you ever need a therapy partner, Pi. Pi AI is amazing. Please use it in your own time. I wanted you to feel empowered with ChatGPT first, but then see the sheer breadth of these tools that you can use to help you elevate your work to the next level. And basically, you know what ChatGPT is? ChatGPT is just another version of Clippy. So it's the return of our lovely Clippy that we used to have in MS Word. Remember the first times we used to use MS Word? It's just the return of the Clippy. And basically, let's embrace and Clippy in thug life mood. And so I have a lovely message from Danny here. I won't play this. But one of the last words, Prama, very, very last words. This is very important because all of these 300 people, you are the change agents now. So if anybody comes to you and say ChatGPT is cheating, it's basic, it's that, it's that, no. ChatGPT is only helping you with the commodity of execution. The ideation is still in our lovely minds. The human in the loop is still there. So make sure you go and lead this agenda in this particular way whenever you go. Mic drop. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Danny. We have so many great questions that have come through the chat. Unfortunately, we won't have time to address them now, but we'll definitely take them through email. In the meantime, if you enjoyed Danny's presentation as much as I did, you'll be pleased to hear about our next webinar. So we're lucky to be joined by Danny again on December 6th. Danny will be taking us through other generative AI tools. So if you'd like to join us, I encourage you to sign up using the link that my colleague Julia will post in the chat. You can also sign up using the QR code. In a second, we will launch a Zoom poll, which should pop up on your screen. We are striving to continually improve our events and offerings, so your feedback is valuable to us. So please, we'd really appreciate if you take a second to answer the questions in our poll. While you're doing that, that's really great. We really appreciate it. I did want to let you know that there are a couple of different ways you can connect with us and stay in touch through our email, website, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You can also sign up to our Community of Practice newsletter, and my colleague Julia will post the link to the mailing list in the chat as well. So as we are at the end of our event, I would like to thank you all again for joining us today and for your participation. Thank you, Danny, for your excellent presentation. And yeah, we hope to see you all again soon. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And we'll leave the Zoom link open. If you're still completing the poll, you can stay on. And yeah, that's all we had for today. So thank you again.
Thank you very much, guys. Let's connect over LinkedIn. If you have any questions, give it to Prama or just send it to me directly. See you soon in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.